Pikachu is one of the most iconic Pokemon, and I think that I'm justified in saying that because if you were to go out right now and talk to someone and ask them what their favorite Pokemon was, or maybe what's the first Pokemon that comes to mind, I would say that probably 5 out of 10 times you're going to hear them say Pikachu. It's just that iconic. And there is just so much about Pokemon and Pikachu that go hand in hand. And part of that is the amount of promos that they have for Pikachu. I mean, just tons of promos. And I'll just kind of flash some on screen right now that are just huge, iconic, Poncho Pikachus. There's the Luigi and Mario Pikachus. And those are just some of the big ones that come to mind. But there's a ton of slept-on Pikachu promos that I think that are just absolutely stunning artworks, or really cute, or really cool, and I think that there's some absolutely great opportunities to pick these up while they're still affordable before the next 2 to 3 years that they pick up in price, because I think that a lot of these absolutely will. So, we're going to get into this list, but before we get into this one, I did want to let you guys know that we have an amazing giveaway going on this month. This is your last chance, last call, run, don't walk. On this Alakazam EX box, all you gotta do is like, comment, and subscribe, and you're entered to win that box, and we'll send it to you free of charge. Also, we're gonna have another awesome giveaway coming up next month, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. It's absolutely gonna be worth it. We've got constant content coming out every single week. Anyways, with that all out of the way, let's get into this video. All right, so we're here on the computer, and we're just going to start right on in with it. So we've got several cards that we're going to be looking at, and it's a pretty big variety between Japanese and English, and recent cards that have come out, and then some that are a little bit older. But starting off, we have the Pikachu Kanazawa number 144. This is a Japanese promo, and I actually have it pulled up on eBay right here because there's not a whole ton of recent sales on price charting for this card, ungraded. There is one that is from a couple months ago for a graded card that sold for a PSA 10 for $100. But I think that this is a really awesome card. I think that it's super cute. And actually, May 28th, this probably hasn't gone on to price charting yet just because of how recent it is. But look at this, this is an awesome artwork for $26, and you can see this one is lightly played. It is pretty consistently selling for about $50, and you can see right there that's definitely going to put it in the lightly to moderately played. It also looks like there's some issues with the yeah, it looks like there's like some creasing going on. How does that happen, by the way? Like, how do people let that happen to their cards? But basically, all I'm saying is this is a really awesome card, and if you didn't have this card on your radar, well, now you do. So, keep your eyes peeled for them. I actually do have a couple that are on my watch list right now. We can see that there is a few that have some bids on it ending in 4 days, one ending in 24 hours, another one ending in 1 hour. I'm going to see if I can grab this one. It looks really good. So I don't know what my max bid is going to be on this card. It does say that it's lightly played, even though it looks really good on camera. It's so hard to tell with these things. So I would definitely trust their judgment with them saying lightly played. But I am really curious, like, what's wrong with it? Like, because I just can't see it right now from the photos that they took. But needless to say, I am going to see if I can pick this one up. Yeah, really cool card, though. So that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be Pikachu number 120. This is another Japanese promo. And this is the Gym Battle promo. If we look at a recent sale here, maybe we can get a better look at it. It's a little bit glary, but you can actually see it's Pikachu and Charizard fighting in a gym battle, and this one, by the way, significantly cheaper, as you can tell, where there's raw sales for about $2 to $3 for this guy. And I think that this is just a really awesome promo to pick up for that low of a price tag, And it's just, it's like these promos really, you can only get your hands on them when they first come out for a really good deal, I personally think. And by the time that it's on everyone's radar, it skyrockets in price, and it gets up to this card where it's like $60, $70, $80. And of course, this one isn't a holo. It doesn't have the stamp or anything like the Kanazawa one does. But I still think it's a really awesome Pikachu promo, and it definitely made this list. Next up, here's another one, but it has the Paldean starters as well as a really, really cute artwork. And you can see right here, PSA 10, $40 to $50, or if you want to grab just a near mint raw copy, maybe grade it or just have it raw, just enjoy the artwork raw. And yeah, this is a phenomenal artwork. I actually really love this card. I have it in English as well. There's an English version for it. But I do believe the English version is a little bit more pricey. And honestly, I'm a believer in artwork over value. And genuinely, with Japanese cards, you can get the same exact artwork. Sometimes it looks even more beautiful in the Japanese version. And sometimes it's cheaper, which, as you can tell, average price is $5.80. And just between these sales, you can find plenty of steals. So this is definitely one that I would keep on your radar. There's probably plenty of them that exist, and that's kind of one of the beauties of promos. Is there's definitely not a shortage of it. That's crazy. A pristine 10. Oh my gosh, I might actually buy that actually. Pristine 10 blue label. Which, by the way, this goes to show. I'm going to make another video on this, by the way, that if you grade with CGC, you're probably going to see a significantly lower return on your investment. But yeah, you can see 1,000 sold right here. There's probably 1 million of these promos out there. But right here, there's 4 of them going 15 minutes. Probably going to end about $20, which would make sense, $5 a card. But yeah, no, this is awesome, bunch of near mint. Yeah, I might pick this up though. I think that this is just really cool to have. I mean, shoot, it costs like, $10 to $15 just to grade a card, and to be able to, have that and say you have it in a pristine 10. They don't make those blue labels anymore, guys. I'm telling you, I think those blue labels are gonna be worth something someday. But we'll see, Oh, you know what? I just realized it's the Chinese. That's what it is. That's why it's so affordable too. It's the Chinese. Well, oh well. But anyways, needless to say, super cool card. And yeah, I definitely think that one is worth picking up. At least a raw copy. I might even grab those 4, honestly. It's just a really awesome artwork. I really like it. Next up, Detective Pikachu number 98. This is basically a promo that came out with involvement to the Detective Pikachu game, which I actually played on Switch. And yeah, this is just a another one of those ones where it's just a really great artwork. And I think that, it honestly is pretty fairly priced, for what it is. It's around the $20 to $30 mark. And yeah, you get an awesome promo. PSA 10, $50 to $60. Probably grab a raw copy for about $25 in the near mint category. And you can see that it actually, well, no, it didn't. It didn't jump up in price. Actually, that's when it actually first came out. Was around December of 2023. But yeah, you can see one right here sold GBP for about $28. Let's see if we can find one in U.S. currency that's sold. Oh, here's one. Mayumi Card Shop. I've actually bought from Mayumi Card Shop, and absolutely phenomenal, phenomenal grading standard. I think that the near mint or better was like super, super accurate. It was awesome. So I would 100% agree with the fact that being $35, I guarantee that is like a PSA 10. The near mint from this seller, I highly recommend them. Sometimes you just see those near mints where you're like, come on, this is like a 6, But this is our 4th card on the list. Next up is Manzagoko Pikachu number 407. Look at this artwork, guys. Look at this artwork, guys. Look at how cute it is. I mean, this is adorable. This is amazing. Like, I just feel like
there's so many amazing artworks, and Pikachu is so iconic. So it's like you're doing so well for yourself if you grab an awesome Pikachu promo card. Now this one is really beat up, I will admit, but there is one that's on a 7-day auction. It has 5 days left, and it's LP, which it's kind of hard to tell on camera, as always with these guys. It probably has something to do with the top there, honestly. Maybe some scratching. But nevertheless, beautiful card. And it seems like, in general, it's selling around the $20 to $30 mark. No PSA 10 sales, according to that. But I feel like if I put it back in the search bar and look up PSA 10 sales... Well, there's a CGC 9 that sold for $41. That's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually shocked that there's... Oh, okay, there's a PSA 10 right there. That sold for $140 May 26th. That explained why it hasn't come up yet. And then PSA 9 sold for $47. I think this is an amazing card to snag. I mean, $120 to $140 in a PSA 10. It's a Japanese promo. There's probably going to be a ton of them that are decently high grades. And it's adorable. I mean, this is adorable. I'm seriously going to pick this one up, guys. I'm honestly going to pick up a lot of these ones on this list. Speaking of this list, this one did not make the list, but this is also another one that is adorable. Look at this. It's the Yokohama's Pikachu 282. Man, I just love these Pikachu promos. They're putting in absolute work, just dressing up Pikachu. Is that that's like a captain of a plane? I think that's a plane captain or something. Pilot. That's a really awesome one too, though. $27, moderately played, which is kind of hard to tell. Oh, there it is. That's moderately played. All right. But that was another awesome one. Man, these are such great promos, and for what they're costing for these promos, like, I mean, it's worth picking up at least one and just having it in your PC, I think, personally. And I'm a huge fan of Pikachu, so this is another one that I think is absolutely epic. This one is not cute. I think this one is just super cool. Pikachu and Zekrom, and Pikachu is holding on for dear life on the back of Zekrom, and holy moly, that's a blurry picture there. But look at how awesome this card is. I think it's just really, really cool. The Pikachu holding back onto the Zekrom, and just it's a very cool artwork. And for $25, I think that's an absolute steal. It is an English one. It's actually the first English one on this list. So PSA 10, it's going to be a lot harder. Personally, in my experience, those GX cards are like incredibly hard to get well centered. You can see right on this left edge, it's a lot wider of the silver border there than on this side. This card right here that sold for $25, definitely not a 10. It's probably more around the 9 category, which, as you can tell, would not be worth grading at all. But nonetheless, I think this is an awesome card to pick up and have in your collection. And then lastly on this list is going to be the Pikachu 124 promo, another Japanese card. And I just feel like the Japanese promos, there's just so many of them. The Pikachu Japanese promos, they're putting in work. They're putting in absolute work. And it seemed like there was a ton of sales recently. I'm wondering if this is a newer one, perhaps. And check this out. This is one that came with a reverse as well. $750 for both the cards. Lightly played. Well, that's too bad. Why are they lightly played? I don't know. There's a little white spot right there in the bottom of that one. But, $7 for both those. That's pretty sweet. And then there's a couple other ones. Oh, look, they sold all of these in sets. They did a whole bunch of auctions. I think it was the same person. This is one that sold for $6 just by itself, near mint or better. Which I think for Japanese, if you're getting a near mint or better, you're probably looking at a PSA 10. Which, this is not like a crazy expensive card in PSA 10. About $50. But I mean, for what it is, for what it costs, you know, $7. I think these are all really awesome cards to pick. I think, you know, just look through the list, take your pick, and you know, if you're not a huge fan of Pikachu, then I mean, I could understand avoiding these, but I think that if you're an investor, then you're doing great grabbing a Pikachu because, like I said, 5 out of 10 times someone's going to say Pikachu is what they think of when it comes to Pokemon, or they're going to think of, you know, Pikachu is their favorite Pokemon.
So guys, those are the Pikachu promos. Absolutely beautiful, cute artworks. I love Pikachu. Like, Pikachu is just such a wholesome character. It's so closely associated with Pokemon itself, the anime, and it's just like, what can't you love about Pikachu? You know, I think that Pikachu is just hilarious, and I think that it's amazing that we have a Pikachu promo coming out every other month, I think. It's just, there's so many different ones out there, and I think that there's just some absolutely awesome opportunities with these ones, especially the fact that Japanese, the Pikachu promos, like, I'm sure that you're going to get so many PSA 10s out of those, and they go for such high dollar prices, even though the ungraded cost could be, you know, $10 or $15. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this list. If you guys did, consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help us out, and we're super close to 500 subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you as always, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Look at this artwork, guys. Look at this artwork. Oh, no. No, 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 no. 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 Look at this artwork, guys.